a really important concept that I've learnt over the past 10 years is less is more. And it took me a long time to really understand this concept. It's very similar to the popular concept of 80-20, whereby 20% of what we do gives us 80% of the results. And for me, it took a lot of time to really kind of think more simply and to understand how this could work. So, to give a couple of examples about how this looks like for me in my day-to-day life now, I could talk about the gym, for example, and fitness, because that's a really good kind of microcosm, for life. And sometimes it's easy to see that we get out what we put in. And for many years, well, for most of my life, most of my adult life certainly, I've gone to the gym almost daily. And yes, of course, depending upon what I'd be training for would then determine how I trained. However, one pivotal point in my fitness career was when I came across Tabata training. So this is a very, very popular training concept that essentially uses 8 intervals of 20 seconds with a 10-second rest at sub-maximal capacity or intensity. So that essentially looks like jumping on, say, a machine, be that like a treadmill or an exercise bike, and working at, say, 80 to 90% of your maximum capacity, whatever that is for you. Doing that for 20 seconds, then stopping completely at a complete rest for 10 seconds, and then going again. And there have been many, many studies to prove that 8 lots of those intervals without doing any other work at all, and repeating that, say, 3 or 4 days a week, can have huge benefits on general health and fitness. It can lower blood pressure, lower heart rate, and decrease your risk of diseases such as diabetes. And so that's a really clear example of how I began to understand this idea of less is more. The question I would like to share with you is this: what if I did less and got more? And I invite you to apply that to any area of your life. Just take a moment and take something in your life, be that a relationship, be that a work project, a health and fitness goal, and ask yourself that question: what if I did less but got more? What would it look like? If you would like support with applying this concept of less is more to your life, if you would like to create more space in your life so that you can give energy to the things that matter for you, then click the link below and we'll have a 1-hour coaching consultation with absolutely no obligation at all. We'll get to know each other. We'll start to talk about the areas of your life whereby you might be able to do that little bit less, gain that little bit more, leverage what you have, and ultimately move the needle on what matters most.